A suspected arson in Grandview as a well-known bridge catches fire. And with Mother's Day fast approaching, YWCA is looking for donations to help celebrate the women staying at their shelter.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And Riley, it's going to be a little bit chillier today.
A little bit chillier than we've been seeing. You know, we've been either seeing a lot above our averages or a lot below our averages. And today is one of those below average days.
Well, at least you're telling us that it might be warming up.
It's definitely warming up over the next couple days. If we take a look outside in our live sky cam in Toppenish, well, it's still pretty dark outside this morning. It's going to be the sun's going to come out today, hiding behind some clouds as we get some morning showers throughout our early morning and into our afternoon. And we're drying up as well into our evening, into the rest of our week heating up, and we've got some winds ahead of us as well. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, we're seeing a little bit of shower movement that's happening across the Blues and in the Hermiston area, peeking into the Tri-Cities as well. So some movement that's happening right now for some showers. Our temperatures right now, we are in the upper 40s and the lower 50s across all of our regions, still looking pretty cool this morning. 68 degrees for Yakima, Tri-Cities 68 degrees, and in Walla Walla we're seeing 64 degrees, starting with some showers, heating up into the rest of our week. I'll be telling you about that in my full forecast that's coming up.
The Morrow County Sheriff's Office is investigating alleged sex crimes involving children. And now they're looking for any possible victims. The Sheriff's Office says 18-year-old Saul Nathan Lopez is facing 30 charges, including rape, sexual abuse, and online sexual corruption of a child. Investigators say they got a report last month about a possible sex crime involving multiple underage victims and arrested Lopez in Heppner. If you have information about the case or know someone who might be a victim, you can contact the Morrow County's Sheriff's Office. The number to do that is 541-314-5204. An arson investigation is underway in Grandview after a well-known bridge caught on fire. Here's a look at the scene over the weekend, thanks to viewer Brad Smith. The bridge, a popular spot among residents, otherwise known as the Railroad Bridge, is close to West Side Park in Grandview. Grandview police say crews were called to the bridge Friday evening around 5:20. When they arrived, the bridge was engulfed in flames. The bridge goes over a BNSF railroad. Police say they believe the fire was lit intentionally, and while they do have a person of interest, no further information is being released. An RV went up in flames in Kennewick. We have video of the aftermath. The vehicle fire began yesterday morning in Columbia Park, not far from where last week's 3-acre wildfire burned. We're told everyone escaped the fire without getting hurt. No word on what caused the fire. The Umatilla County Sheriff's Office wants help locating 50-year-old Lorena Navarrete Myers. She was last seen Friday in the Hermiston area driving a car similar to the one on your screen, a 2012 silver-colored Toyota Camry with Oregon license plate 323MUN. If you can help law enforcement, do not post info on Facebook, but instead call 24-hour dispatch at 541-966-3651. YWCA Yakima is asking for some help in celebrating women staying at their emergency domestic violence shelter this Mother's Day. They're looking for donations of nail polish, lotion, makeup, hair accessories, gift cards, or other self-care items. Every year, their kids or family members get to pick out some of those things to give to mom at a special Mother's Day dinner.
Mother's Day is a great opportunity to celebrate the moms that are, going through a hard time at the shelter. We know that sometimes we need a little bit of that extra care, and if we can provide that, then that's something that we definitely want to do.
You can drop off donations during business hours at the front desk of the YWCA at 818 West Yakima Avenue. They're hoping to have everything together by late Wednesday or early Thursday. Registration is open for summer quarter at Yakima Valley College, including for their English language acquisition courses. Cap KVUE's Emily Goodell tells us it's not just about helping people improve their English skills, but bringing people with needed skills into the community.
When it comes to learning for English language acquisition classes at Yakima Valley College, there's no one type of student that fits the mold. All experience levels.
We start at the very beginning, students who don't know any English at all, and then we move them up.
All languages.
Often I have multiple languages in the classroom, sometimes up to 7 languages, which is always a ton of fun.
And all ages.
18-year-old up to 60 or 70. So that is another just wealth of experience that students bring.
Some are parents who speak little to no English and may not have gone to formal school, but want to learn more.
And they want to help their kids and be able to communicate with their kids and their parents and the friends and all of that. And just things in the community, you know, at a doctor's appointment or returning things to the grocery store.
However, YVC has seen an increase in ELA students who are doctors, scientists, or other professionals who have advanced degrees in their native country.
They have this wealth of information that they are so eager to have the English to share that. So I think it's just a rich bonus for the whole community.
Especially at a time when there's labor shortages in areas like healthcare.
I think they're critical for the community. We have a tremendous workforce, and these students want to improve, you know, their skills in every area.
The class is $25 per quarter, meets a few times per week, and you don't have to be a YVC student to take it.
They do some paperwork and an application. They take an entrance exam that just helps us to know what level to place them in.
The goal of the classes?
That it will empower them. Everyone has dreams, and I see my job as just assisting students in obtaining their dreams.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, Local News.
Summer quarter starts June 26th, and ELA classes are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday from 6 to 8:20 p.m. If you're interested, call soon because those classes fill up quickly. We'll return in just a moment, but first Riley's here to tell us a little bit more about weather.
It's going to be a little bit of a cool start to our day, heating up a little bit into the rest of our day. Still below averages. We'll talk about your morning forecast, then take a look at the conditions for the afternoon. I'll have that extended forecast coming up.
And amid book bans in certain parts of the country, the Seattle Public Library is taking steps to ensure kids and teens across America have access to books. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
When do you feel at home? In the solitude of a quiet drive? When you're dancing to your favorite song? Or wherever you have a shoulder to cry on? For decades, we've called this community home and dedicated ourselves to helping those in it so that no matter where you go, you'll feel at home.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted arthritis pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
We love our pets, but we don't always love their hair, which is why we made Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard. With 3 times the pet hair fighting ingredients, just one sheet helps remove pet hair from your clothes. Looking good starts in the dryer with Bounce Pet.
There's a serial killer who's got Angie. We are less than 42 hours.
On the shocking season finale.
Will, they found another body.
Angie?
We don't know. Female, Caucasian.
Will Trent, the season finale, tonight on ABC.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get up to $1,200 back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible?
With Era Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Era Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman? Hustling him for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Whoa.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The Seattle Public Library is the second in the nation to give teens across the country access to the library's online books. It comes amid a push in many states to ban or try to ban library books for youth. Connor Board reports.
Books of all varieties are ready to be discovered at the Seattle Public Library.
We want to ensure that there's open and free access to information and ideas.
But Andrew Harbison with the Seattle Public Library says that's not the case in some other states where certain books are being banned.
It's concerning for us as a public library because intellectual freedom and access are really core principles for us.
That's why last week the library used private funding to launch their Books Unbanned program, now allowing teens from across the country to access their online books and audiobooks with a free membership. In just the first week, they have had more than 1,500 teens sign up and nearly 1,200 items checked out.
We really want to defend intellectual freedom and access, and thought this was a great way to do that.
They're the second library in the nation to do this. They shaped their program after the one at the Brooklyn Public Library in New York.
Over the last several months, we started thinking about it and started talking to the Brooklyn Public Library team and worked together to launch our own e-card and version of Books Unbanned.
Over at the King County Public Library system, they're also concerned by book bans happening in other areas of the country.
Honestly, I never thought at this point in my career I'd be dealing with this.
Executive Director Lisa Rosenblum actually used to work at the Brooklyn Library before the Books Unbanned program. She says the King County Public Library system is able to share their online services throughout the state and says anytime a library can increase access, it's a positive thing.
I just hope people realize that exposure to different people and ideas strengthens us all.
A hope shared by those at the Seattle Public Library who are a week into their mission to unban books.
We're really excited about the opportunity to expand access to these books and titles and authors, and lots of new ideas and information for teens and young adults to explore.
In Seattle, Connor Board, King 5 News.
There's still no deal for the teachers on the picket lines in a California school district. Monday marked day 3 of the teachers' strike in Oakland. The Oakland Education Association met with representatives for the Oakland Unified School District to try and negotiate a deal. The union says they have made progress, even though they did not reach an agreement. Some school board members have voiced their support for the teachers, calling for common good goals to be written into the contract. Those goals include housing for homeless students and families, reparations, and shared governance. The school board's president says while they agree on the principles of common good goals, they do not belong in the contract. More than 50 school bus drivers in eastern Massachusetts walked off the job Monday over a contract dispute. The drivers in Marlborough hit the picket lines. The union workers decided to strike after they failed to reach a new deal with the bus company on a new contract. The workers are asking for higher pay, better health and retirement benefits, and a work schedule that will provide minimum hours. Parents ended up driving their children to school, and that caused major traffic jams outside numerous school buildings. A similar strike in nearby Framingham was avoided over the weekend when bus drivers there worked out a new contract. More than 600,000 private sector borrowers had federal student loans forgiven since October 2021. This comes after the Biden administration expanded eligibility of the loan forgiveness program. It allows borrowers to wipe away any remaining federal student loan debt after an eligible government or nonprofit worker, like a teacher or police officer, makes a decade of monthly payments. Loans will be forgiven soon for another 6,000 borrowers. The Education Department said today those cancellations total $42 billion in federal student debt. Separately, the administration's one-time student loan forgiveness program remains held up by legal challenges. Coming up, more information has come to light on the person accused of opening fire at a Texas mall, killing 8 people. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Welcome to Some Bagels and Gelato at the Uptown Plaza in Richland. We've been making fresh bagels from scratch since 1991. From plain to everything and all those yummy flavors in between. Taste the difference that a fresh bagel can offer. We're sure you'll agree we have the best bagels in the whole world. And while a bagel is tasty on its own, it's even better when topped with our fresh-made flavored cream cheese. We have onion and chive, jalapeno, strawberry, and even sriracha. Go ahead, you know you want some. And when you want to step it up even more, our bagel sandwiches will keep you coming back again and again. Breakfast and lunch, hot and cold, we have a sandwich calling you. Of course, the best way to get your day going is with our fresh roasted coffee. Straight up black, latte, or mocha. Some Bagels and Gelato could be your new coffee break. And of course, we've been known to serve up smiles with our homemade gelato. A dozen flavors of goodness, certain to satisfy. Enjoy it here or take it to go. So, we invite you to visit us here in Richland or at our Kennewick location on Washington. Either way, you'll get friendly service and food that is sure to satisfy. Some Bagels and Gelato and Some Bagels too. So, we hope to see you real soon.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
Face-off win. Bell scored! It was 0.6 seconds left. My goodness!
American season ticket memberships for 23-24 on sale now. Don't miss a minute. Visit amshockey.com for more.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
And now, KapKVU First Alert Weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're taking a live look outside in Toppenish. Looking like there's some clouds outside. Those are going to continue through our morning. Let's get into our full weather forecast. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We've got some light scattered showers that are ahead of us for our morning and early afternoon hours. After today, we are heating up, and overnight we are drying up, and we might see a little bit of wind today. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some scattered showers that are making their way around this morning in the Walla Walla and the Tri-Cities area. Then we're going to see in this evening more towards the Cascades. For our showers overnight, we're seeing it's clearing up quite a bit. We'll have a very dry overnight hour, but then we pick up in the afternoon tomorrow. Lots of clouds and some scattered showers all around our areas. After that, we are still drying up. You might see a scattered shower here or there, but into Thursday, another clear day, and our temps are picking up after today. For today, mid to high 60s in the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we are seeing about mid to high 60s as well. And in the Blues, we are seeing mid to low 60-degree temperatures. For our temps for today, well, we're clearing up and drying a lot overnight. We're sticking around the mid-40s for this evening. Our wind outlook, we're dropping a little bit into Wednesday, but then picking up a little bit, staying around 5 to 15 miles per hour for the next couple days, picking up quite a bit in the weekend. But if we take a look at our temperature trend, we're going to see we might need that wind as we get to the 90-degree temps coming this weekend. We've been sticking around either below or above average for the last couple of weeks, not quite sticking at our average much, and we're seeing that definitely again here. We're below average today, but we are just on a climb to get to the 90s coming next week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we're going to see a lot of sun peek out as we get into the weekend and the start of the midweek. It's going to be a hot one later this week. We're going to hit our averages for tomorrow, but oh my goodness, we are just climbing and climbing. Overnight lows are climbing as well. For the Tri-Cities, we're starting with a little bit of scattered showers today and again climbing out of that below average temp to reach almost 30 degrees more than we are today in the Tri-Cities. For Walla Walla, starting with some thunderstorms, making our way into those 90-degree temps for the start of next work week as well. So we're going to be getting to those high temps, but today we're definitely below our averages. Still pretty nice out, some scattered showers in the morning, but we're going to be heating up as we get into the rest of our week. Happy Tuesday.
Questions are being raised after that deadly mass shooting in Texas. As we learn more about the suspect's troubled past, we're taking a closer look at why we've seen so many mass shootings recently and what's fueling the anger behind them. Experts say it coincides with a sharp increase in domestic terrorist activity. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
This morning, the hero cop credited with ending the Texas Mall massacre is said to be doing well. In a new statement, his attorney said the officer is a brave servant with a gentle heart and embodies the best the law enforcement profession has to offer. As the shooting unfolded Saturday, an officer was heard saying he successfully took down the gunman. Minutes earlier, investigators say the gunman opened fire with an assault-style rifle, killing 8 people. 2 families lost multiple loved ones, including the Cho family. Q and Cindy Cho died along with their 3-year-old son. Their 6-year-old survived. Also killed, the Mendoza sisters, ages 8 and 11. Their mom is listed in critical condition. The girls' school principal describes them as rays of sunshine. Authorities are looking into domestic terrorism as a possible motive for the attack. Social media accounts appearing to be the gunman's show neo-Nazi ideology, racism, and hatred towards women. The Army says he was discharged due to mental health concerns. The shooting is the second deadliest of the year in the U.S. The country now on pace to set a record for the number of mass shootings. Meanwhile, a small step toward new gun legislation in Texas. State Republicans unexpectedly advanced a bill that would raise the purchasing age for semi-automatic rifles in Texas from 18 to 21. But experts say the bill has almost no chance of becoming law. Governor Greg Abbott has spoken against it and blames the recent mass shootings in his state on anger and violence, saying the root cause is mental health problems.
Everybody has mental health problems, so it's not accurate to say that the only reason we have this problem is because we need better mental health support. We also need to be dealing with guns.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
A recent poll found 63% of Americans are not satisfied with the current gun laws. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, an interesting job posting that requires you to binge watch one of Hollywood's most popular franchises. We'll tell you all about it next.
I really started looking around thinking, you know, there must be a ton of chefs doing things, and although we have a lot of great restaurants here in town, I thought that there was a space for maybe one more person with a chefing background, you know. We're working with a buddy of mine, Adam, that has Columbia Basin beef, and we're using Holstein animals that are being raised right here in Sunnyside, And what we do is we take a certain amount of those animals and we feed them a little more generously to get what we call chef grazed beef. So it's a little higher quality. You see a lot more marbling, what you would see in like a prime quality or prime plus beef. And we have that all processed out at a USDA certified plant, so that I was able to work with all the butchers, get everything cut and processed exactly the way I want. So we're just now starting. This is the infancy. These are actually the first, coming from the first 5 animals that we've worked with. So we're pretty happy so far, and we'll continue to keep them well fed and keep fattening them to where we get exactly how we want it. We do what we call Cigars Under the Stars. So every month, every first Thursday, we have a collection of people that just keeps growing, and the whole outside is turned into basically a big outdoor cigar and whiskey lounge.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about a cup to a cup and a half that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, you know, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about a 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
A perfect place for a weekend adventure. Fly the Northwest tonight.
It is 5:27. Welcome back. All right, Riley, here's an unusual job. Binge the Fast and Furious films over a 2-week period. That's 10 films, more than 20 hours of content for $1,000.
Well, Finance Buzz, an informational site that offers money-related tips and recommendations, is looking for a Fast and Furious claims adjuster. That person would watch all the movies, including Fast 10, which debuts May 19th, and note damages from every car crash on screen. Ooh. They'd have to include the extent of the damage, which cars were involved, and the number of wrecks per movie.
Okay, sounds a little more complicated than just watching.
Exactly.
Finance Buzz intends to use these findings to estimate the insurance impact of the global billion-dollar franchise's reckless driving. Applications are open on the company's website until May 19th, and the winner will be announced by May 26th.
Jill, do you think that you would have that in you to watch 20 hours worth of Fast and Furious movies in 2
I have
weeks?
been known to binge many movies and series, but I don't know. I don't think I would know how to, find all of the damage.
Exactly. That's where I run into the same problem. I'm also known for my binge watching of TV shows and movies and things.
I just watch it for the entertainment. I don't know that I'd be watching for the crashes, but.
Well, speaking of Fast and Furious, it's going to be going from cool to hot very fast and very furiously over the next week. I'll have your first alert weather forecast. That's coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the man charged with crashing his SUV into a group of migrants outside of a homeless shelter has been identified. And with the looming end to the Title 42 immigration policy, the Department of Homeland Security has started enforcement operations along the southern border.
In today's Tech Bite, some housekeeping for Twitter. CEO Elon Musk says Twitter will be purging accounts that have had no activity at all for several years. Now, no word on when that will happen, but the move could open some sought-after Twitter handles, but also presents problems like sourcing historic tweets. Samsung's Galaxy Watch will soon be able to detect irregular heart rhythms. The company received FDA approval for the feature, which can help identify AFib. Now, if it picks up consecutive irregular heart rhythms, the watch will urge you to take an electrocardiogram and possibly consult a doctor. Finally, Sony's latest X Series party speaker features a built-in light show, karaoke mode, and it can connect to your television. Now, Sony says the speaker's battery life is up to 25 hours, but that's with the light show turned off. The price tag, though, $650. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. We're reinventing our network. Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
I'm not slowing down anytime soon. That's why I take Osteo Bi-Flex every day. It's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days and continues to improve over time. Kinda like us. Osteo Bi-Flex, because I'm made to move.
Finding a subtly sweet tea is easy.
Nice, right?
Huh. Pure Leaf, subtly sweet.
But saying no in a subtly sweet way?
Impressive.
Takes practice.
But absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Pure Leaf lower sugar. Just the right amount of sweetness.
The identity of the man accused of crashing his SUV into a group of migrants outside of a homeless shelter in Texas has been revealed. And the Department of Homeland Security ramps up enforcement operations ahead of the expiration of Title 42.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
How are you doing this chilly morning, Riley?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Fantastic. It's a nice day ahead of us besides some scattered showers that are on the way. If we take a live look outside in Toppenish right now, we are seeing it's a pretty cloudy morning to start out. We're going to see some scattered showers around our region. Not a totally clear day today. Some of those are on the way, though. Light and quick showers through our morning. Into our evening, we're drying up, and into the week, heating up. We've also got some winds to be aware of for the rest of this week. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, we can see the showers that are moving through our areas, mostly in the Hermiston area and along the Blues, peaking around the Tri-Cities and Prosser as well. Those are going to be picking up just a little bit into our afternoon. If we take a look at our temperatures for right now, mostly upper 40s and lower 50s. Right now it's still pretty cool. As we make our way into the rest of our day, 70 for the Yakima area. In the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 71 degrees. In Walla Walla, we're seeing 66 degrees. So again, staying below our averages. But as we get into the rest of our week, we're going to be heating up. I'll have more of that in my full forecast coming up.
New preparations are underway for a surge of migrants at the southern border, with Trump-era border restrictions expiring this week. This as the investigation into a deadly crash near the border continues. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, the Brownsville, Texas man charged with crashing this SUV into a group of migrants has been identified as George Alvarez.
I'm going to be selling you bond at $200,000 on this count.
Previous charges against him include aggravated assault, burglary, and driving while intoxicated. Authorities are looking into whether the crash was intentional, saying he ran a red light before plowing into the group, killing 8. Some victims had just left a migrant shelter, which is helping deal with the surge of migrants at the border as the Title 42 border restrictions expire. The governor of Texas announcing a new tactical border force. The group, consisting of hundreds of National Guard members, is tasked with turning back migrants at the border. Officials are bracing for up to 10,000 migrants crossing per day after the policy ends Thursday, but the surge has already started. Border Patrol reports 26,000 migrants were apprehended in just 72 hours this week.
Many of these migrants behind me have chosen to cross right now because starting on Friday, a new series of rules go into effect that migrants need to follow in order to apply for asylum here at the United States border. If those rules are not followed and they are complicated, then these migrants run the risk of not being allowed to re-enter the United States for at least 5 years.
Authorities in El Paso are now advising travelers to use alternate ports of entry as they reduce some operations at the port to handle the surge. The White House says it's responding by expanding holding facilities, adding immigration officers, and sending 1,500 troops. But many officials in border states say that's too little, too late. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Customs and Border Patrol agents have started a targeted enforcement operation in El Paso, Texas. The move comes as authorities are expecting to grapple with thousands of migrants converging on El Paso ahead of Thursday's Title 42 deadline. Customs will be reducing processing lanes and passenger operations at the Paso del Norte point of entry. Travelers are being urged to use an alternate port of entry between the U.S. and Mexico. The operation will also focus on sections of El Paso where migrants have been congregating, like Sacred Heart Church. City officials estimate around 1,800 migrants on the street outside the church. One of the border states, Texas, is already feeling the impact. Governor Greg Abbott says he plans to bus migrants to northern states.
We've been involved and they have aided the process of busing these migrants from tiny little border towns like Del Rio and Eagle Pass up to cities like Chicago, New York, and around the country. Thousands have been bused already. Many thousands more will be bused in the coming days.
El Paso, Texas has already declared a state of emergency ahead of Title 42's expiration. Last week, officials said the city had about 2,300 migrants living on the streets around 2 shelters downtown. Well, Riley Fitzgerald is back with a look at your forecast.
Well, it's a bit of a below average day for our temps, but we're heating up over the next couple days. Right now we're starting with a cloudy morning. I'll track the next few hours. More details about what to come in your first alert weather forecast.
And researchers at the University of Oregon are looking into a possible connection between texting and the mental health of teen girls.
100% ribeye beef in a burger. Yep, 100% ribeye beef in a burger. My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers, all the flavor of a juicy ribeye steak in a burger. Did I mention they're made with 100% ribeye beef?
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
Anyone can get injured at work.
At Bothwell and Hamel, we help workers from all walks of life get workers' compensation benefits.
Laborers, machinists, welders, carpenters, healthcare providers, office personnel, and more. If you were hurt, we want to help.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630. Bothwell and Hamel.
Here's to the moms, mamas, and mumsies. They deserve the mother of all Mother's Day treats, a DQ cake. With layers of creamy, world-famous soft serve, and a delicious fudge and crunch center. Conveniently customizable and ready for pickup from the DQ freezer. So grab yours. And let's raise our red spoons to a cake as sweet as she is. Aw. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest air quality specialist. We offer filtration products for all your commercial, industrial, and manufacturing needs. From cooling towers to industrial dust collection systems, commercial buildings, schools, hospitals, or manufacturing facilities, we have you covered. Call today and schedule your free facility site evaluation. We'll send a certified air filter specialist to your site to evaluate your filter requirements. Call or click today. Pure Filtration Products.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
When you help yourself to Firehouse Subs' new Smokin' Triple Stack, you're helping in other ways too. Because at Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders in communities like yours. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Miranda tweets, I've had trust issues since Jack in the Box discontinued French toast sticks. We'll open that circle of trust again, Miranda, because my French toast sticks are back in 3 or 6 pieces. But then they'll be gone again. It's a pattern. French toast sticks are back starting at $2.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time right now is 5:40. Welcome back. It is one of the most popular forms of communication these days. University of Oregon researchers looked at tens of thousands of texts written by teenage girls. The team says they found an interesting correlation between the texts and the girls' mental health. Joey Vacca reports.
The Oregon research team spent a month focusing on 30 girls between the ages of 11 and 15 in the Eugene area. They looked at more than 22,000 messages the teens sent through text and social media. Nick Allen, a U of O professor, says they felt like smartphones were a good place to start to give them clues into teens' mental health.
One of the methods that we've been very interested in is the fact that adolescents and teenagers spend so much time on their smartphones, and they're putting a lot of information into those phones that are very important for their social lives and their well-being.
The team monitored the teens' phone use and then compared it to their moods each day. And they found an interesting connection when the girls used more first-person pronouns.
So I, me, my, words like that, which the literature suggests is a reflection of self-focused attention. So being more self-focused in their language, and that correlated with days that they were having lower mood.
The team said they also plan to test this in adolescent boys to see how it translates to the larger population. A new study shows how mental health and physical health may be linked. Researchers in South Korea found people dealing with mental health problems in their 20s or 30s were at a higher risk of suffering a heart attack or stroke later in life. The scientists studied the health of 6.5 million people living in South Korea and monitored them for nearly a decade. They found people with mental health disorders like insomnia, depression, and eating disorders were 58% more likely to suffer a heart attack and 42% more likely to have a stroke compared with people with no mental disorders. The study was published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology. Washington State's COVID-19 public health emergency ends May 11th. That's Thursday. According to the State Department of Health, it means moving from an emergency response to a new pandemic phase. After Thursday, you can no longer order free at-home COVID tests through the Say Yes COVID test program. The State Department of Health says you can still find them without a prescription at pharmacies. The state's COVID-19 exposure notification app called WA Notify will also stop working. That means the app will no longer alert you if you've encountered someone who tests positive later. Insurance providers will no longer be required to waive costs or provide free COVID tests. How much you pay for COVID treatment will change depending on medication needs and your own health insurance.
I know my insurance company sent me a letter already, and so watch for those in the mail about what my benefits will look like ongoing. And the bottom line really is that they transition back to how your benefits work for your regular healthcare plan.
The federal government will still continue to make vaccines accessible while supply lasts, but the DOH anticipates healthcare providers will need to purchase vaccines from manufacturers and distributors by this fall, just like with other vaccines. Coming up, the Alaska man who was supposed to get a heart transplant in Washington but was delayed by the pandemic has finally received a new heart. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
This newscast sponsored by Mattress Depot, USA.
Now a joke from York's Fresh Market. What did the tomato say to his son when they were racing? Catch up!
Did you know that Astrea Health offers the latest technology in robotic surgery with the Da Vinci Xi? Robotic surgeries are more precise and less invasive than even laparoscopic surgeries. There is less blood loss during surgery, and patients heal more quickly, getting them back to living life sooner. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to General Surgeon Dr. Ernesto Dizon or Dr. Manuel Ibanez at Estrella Sunnyside Hospital to learn more. Estrella Health, always here.
Officer down, officer down.
They were ambushed. 3 men with masks.
One of them is right outside. Call 911.
The Rookie season finale tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Barden Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Did you know the most common mosquito in our area can travel 5 to 8 miles? Here at Benton County Mosquito Control, our objective is to provide effective mosquito control for your home, neighborhood, and community. Our friendly mosquito control technicians use mosquito population monitoring, educational programming, and a variety of field techniques to reduce mosquitoes in your area. Reduce areas of standing water around your home to help control mosquitoes. For more help, give us a call or visit us online at www.mosquitocontrol.org. Benton County Mosquito Control, where your comfort and health become a priority.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
And now a joke from Yolks Fresh Market.
What drink brings you back to Earth? Gravity.
And now, KapKVU First Alert Weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We're taking a look at a cloudy morning live in Toppenish right now. Let's get into our full weather forecast. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We've got some light scattered showers that are ahead of us for our morning and early afternoon hours. After today, we are heating up, and overnight we are drying up, and we might see a little bit of wind today. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some scattered showers that are making their way around this morning in the Walla Walla and the Tri-Cities area. Then we're going to see in this evening more towards the Cascades. For our showers overnight, we're seeing it's clearing up quite a bit. We'll have a very dry overnight hour, but then we pick up in the afternoon tomorrow. Lots of clouds and some scattered showers all around our areas. After that, we are still drying up. You might see a scattered shower here or there, but into Thursday, another clear day, and our temps are picking up after today. For today, mid to high 60s in the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we are seeing about mid to high 60s as well. And in the Blues, we are seeing mid to low 60-degree temperatures. For our temps for today, well, we're clearing up and drying a lot overnight. We're sticking around the mid-40s for this evening. Our wind outlook, we're dropping a little bit into Wednesday, but then picking up a little bit, staying around 5 to 15 miles per hour for the next couple days, picking up quite a bit in the weekend. But if we take a look at our temperature trend, we're going to see we might need that wind as we get to the 90-degree temps coming this weekend. We've been sticking around either below or above average for the last couple of weeks, not quite sticking at our average much, and we're seeing that definitely again here. We're below average today, but we are just on a climb to get to the 90s coming next week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we're going to see a lot of sun peek out as we get into the weekend and the start of the midweek. It's going to be a hot one later this week. We're going to hit our averages for tomorrow, but oh my goodness, we are just climbing and climbing. Overnight lows are climbing as well. For the Tri-Cities, we're starting with a little bit of scattered showers today and again climbing out of that below average temp to reach almost 30 degrees more than we are today in the Tri-Cities. For Walla Walla, starting with some thunderstorms, making our way into those 90-degree temps for the start of next work week as well. So we're going to be getting to those high temps, but today we're definitely below our averages. Still pretty nice out, some scattered showers in the morning, but we're going to be heating up as we get into the rest of our week. Happy Tuesday.
Thank you, Riley. You may remember the case of an Alaska man who needed a heart transplant, only to have plans for one foiled by severe weather that impacted flights to Seattle. Well, it took 5 tries, but that man finally has a new heart, and he doesn't want to waste a minute of time. Julie Calhoun has this update.
Before this, I could do 2 laps around our kitchen counter, our little island, and I was done chasing my kid.
Patrick Holland given a new heart and lease on life.
And when I get home, I'm going to chase the crap out of him on the playground. So it's emotional because I didn't have it.
Patrick is a father of 7 from North Pole, Alaska. We first met Patrick when his flight was canceled from Fairbanks to Seattle during an unprecedented ice storm, grounding all flights in and out of SeaTac, ultimately losing an opportunity for a heart transplant.
I think I cried more that day than I have in my life, and had exerted every emotion that I've never had.
Fast forward a few months later, and he's recovering in Seattle with a new heart.
Oh my gosh, I can't even explain it. It's like literally dying and someone saying, here's a new life.
But the road here has been filled with ups and downs. For Patrick, heart disease ran in his family, and he was ultimately diagnosed with congestive heart failure at 39. After 3 pacemakers, major bypass surgery, and other procedures, he was put on the transplant list at 57.
My life has been slowly taken away every 6 months, every heart attack, every cardiac arrest. You lose another part of you.
After missing the first chance at a new heart, he wasn't going to let that happen again and came to Seattle in January to wait for the next call.
And I got another call. And then it's like, lay down everything. And I told everybody, sorry, got to go. And we got there, and then that heart had a sickness. They couldn't tell me what it was.
That would happen 2 more times. Then the phone rang again on March 30th.
But the 5th one, he goes, you got an hour and a half to get here. This one is perfect for you. Doctor looked at me and he said, I'll see you when you wake up. And it felt good. And I woke up. And I have this new heart, and it's pounding with authority.
Patrick had a post-op scare with internal bleeding and didn't think he'd make it.
There's genuine happiness running through here that's just, it's a gift from God for sure. And believe what you want to believe, it's a gift. It's a miracle. I'm going to help a lot of people with this heart. So whoever's out there, don't worry. It's not wasted.
When we come back, we take you deeper into Benton City's Pepper Prepper's Kitchen and take a walk down memory lane with the former firefighters that used to call that building home.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving exclusively in members' mailboxes this week. Our 16-page book has store-wide savings in every department. Find what you need for spring home projects indoor and out for less. Plus, don't forget Mom. From greeting cards to hanging baskets, we've got your Mother's Day covered. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up. Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Join us at Giza Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
Mother's Day is May 14th, and it's not too late to get a honey-baked ham and spend some quality time with Mom over the best-tasting ham or turkey breast in the world. Stop by Honey Baked Ham in Kennewick and pick up a mouth-watering ham or turkey and delicious sides. Fresh, slow-smoked, and glazed to perfection, Honey Baked Ham and turkeys are pre-sliced and ready to serve. Easy heat and serve sides and delicious desserts like our cheesecake, triple chocolate cake, or apple caramel pie, ready to grab and go. Make it a family tradition with Honey Baked Ham, your Mother's Day headquarters.
The Silver Jubilee 25th Anniversary Celebration continues at Legends Casino Hotel in May, with over $225,000 in cash and prizes being given away. We've got one Mercedes left, so use your player's card to earn entries for cash drawings on Thursdays and a Mercedes GLE on May 25th. Play your favorite slots for a chance at one of 25 cash prizes, totaling over $200,000 on May 31st. It's an anniversary celebration like no other, only at Legends Casino Hotel, within winning distance.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a look close to home. 66 degrees in Ellensburg. There is a chance of showers and a breezy day that's ahead for Ellensburg. We're in the lower 70s for the Yakima area, mostly sunny with a small chance of showers as well. In the mid-Columbia, mid to high 60s, lower 70s right now. Chance of showers in the mid-Columbia as well. Mostly a cloudy day with a bit of sun that's on the way. In the Blues, we're seeing lower to mid 60s, some 70s in there as well in the Hermiston area. Thunderstorms projected for today in the Blues. That's your close to home forecast. We'll have a look at your extended first alert weather forecast. That's coming up.
All right, we told you yesterday about a new Benton City business that just had its grand opening and ribbon cutting celebration. That's the Pepper Preppers Kitchen, a rentable commercial kitchen for local businesses.
It's located inside the old Benton County Fire District 2 firehouse. I got to tag along as District 2 firefighters were invited back to the old firehouse to relive the good old days.
It's been decades since lights and sirens have left 713 9th Street in Benton City. 25 years ago, the district outgrew the building and it was time to leave. They moved into 1304 Dale Ave. But when Pepper Preppers Kitchen bought the old firehouse, they found that even after ripping out the floor, walls, and ceiling, the firefighters were never really gone. There was going to be a big opening for Pepper Preppers, who wanted to celebrate with the fire district. Firefighters also had a major milestone.
So in the walls and stuff, there was memorabilia, and I thought what a perfect opportunity this would be. It is our 70th anniversary. They're opening today, so we wanted to tie the two together.
And as duty calls,
Gotta go. Yeah, sorry.
The on-call firefighters were sent out to work. Now, out of the old firehouse has emerged a state-of-the-art kitchen.
The building was built for a fire station and an ambulance, so there was nothing fancy about it, nothing that supported being a commercial kitchen for cooking food.
Documents that tracked training, different auto pieces from old rigs. Owner Bill Smoot says they found a lot more than they were expecting.
We found a signature board that was on the wall, and we found when we chipped up the ceramic tile, all the firefighters had signed the floors.